Tonight, let your thoughts drift into the soft world of feathers, twilight breezes, and gentle wings as we begin a calming journey through 100 soothing facts about birds. Settle in, take a slow, comfortable breath, and feel the space around you quiet itself. This is your time to unwind, your time to sink into a peaceful rhythm as we explore the quiet marvels of the avian world. Nothing rushed, nothing loud, just gentle science drifting like a feather through evening air. Birds have lived on Earth for more than 150 million years. In fact, one reminds us of something both surprising and comforting. Birds are the closest living relatives of ancient dinosaurs. When you listen to a simple bird song at dawn, you're hearing a voice shaped by deep time. Their feathers, hollow bones, and graceful movements carry echoes of a world long gone, yet still present in every beat of their wings. It's a thought both grounding and soothing, as if nature itself remembers far more than we can ever imagine. Fact 2 drifts softly alongside it. Birds are masters of energy conservation. Even the smallest species balance their body heat with astonishing precision. Their feathers work like tiny layers of insulation, trapping warm air close to the skin. On cold nights, some birds fluff their plumage into round, gentle shapes, turning themselves into little spheres of warmth. Watching them settle in, you might feel the same instinctive desire to snuggle deeper into your blanket. Fact 3 reminds us that birds navigate the world with sensory abilities far beyond our own. Many species can see ultraviolet light, perceiving patterns and colors that remain invisible to human eyes. To them, the world isn't just blue and green. It shimmers with hidden markings on flowers, subtle glows on feathers, and radiant trails that help guide them home. Imagine the night sky not only dotted with stars, but layered with luminous cues meant only for them. Fact 4 continues that quiet wonder. Some birds glide using rising columns of warm air called thermals. Once they find the perfect current, they can soar for hours without flapping, letting the sky carry them as gently as a dream's momentum. Their wings barely move, their bodies steady in stillness, drifting along like they are floating on invisible rivers of warm wind. And fact 5 offers a final note to ease your breathing even further. Many birds communicate through soft, subtle calls meant only for nearby companions. These delicate whispers travel short distances, forming gentle exchanges between mates, siblings, or flock members. Their softness is intentional, a reminder that not all communication needs volume. Sometimes the quietest notes hold the most meaning. As you relax deeper into this journey, let these first gentle facts settle like feathers around you. Tonight, we drift slowly, peacefully through the hidden beauty of birds, each fact a soft wingbeat guiding you toward rest. As we continue our calm journey through the world of birds, let each breath soften, each sound around you drift into the background. These next gentle truths are meant to guide your mind into a state of quiet curiosity, where learning becomes as peaceful as watching a feather fall through evening light. Fact 6 reminds us of an ancient instinct shared across many species. Birds follow internal clocks more accurate than some mechanical ones. Even without sunlight or moonlight, many birds wake, rest, sing, and migrate according to rhythms woven deep into their biology. Their bodies feel the turning of the earth in subtle ways, giving them an intuitive sense of when to rise, when to forage, and when to quiet themselves for the night. This natural harmony brings a slow, comforting sense of order to the world. Fact 7 glides in gently. Some birds can sleep while flying. Certain ocean travelers rest one half of their brain at a time, drifting high above the waves as they nap mid-journey. Imagine that sleep carried on the wind, the body in motion even as the mind rests. It's a reminder that rest can take many forms, and stillness can be found even in moments of movement. Fact 8 highlights an incredible precision of nature. Many birds sing using two independent parts of their vocal organ, allowing them to produce two different notes at the same time. Their songs can weave into layered harmonies that sound almost like duets, sung by one voice. These melodies ripple through forests and fields, forming gentle soundscapes that have comforted countless generations of listeners. Fact 9 brings us into the quiet art of nest building. Some birds weave nests with such delicacy and intention that they resemble handcrafted baskets. Using grasses, twigs, and soft fibers, they create homes that sway gently in the breeze, yet remain sturdy and secure. Every curve, every thread, every angle is placed with instinctive care, forming a cradle designed to hold life safely through storms and calm alike. Fact 10 is a peaceful reminder of companionship. Many bird species mate for years, sometimes for life. Their bonds form through shared routines, singing together, grooming each other, or simply staying close through daily tasks. These quiet rituals create partnerships rooted in trust and cooperation. Watching them can feel like witnessing the soft presence of loyalty shaped by instinct and time. As these gentle facts settle, let them drift around you like soft murmurs of nature's wisdom. Each one is a small window into a world filled with calm, balance, and quiet beauty. And as we move forward, we continue this peaceful glide deeper into the restful world of birds. As we drift deeper into this soothing exploration of birds, allow your mind to soften further like dusk, settling over a quiet landscape. Each fact arrives gently, unhurried, inviting you to unwind a little more with every breath. Fact 11 floats in with the grace of a drifting feather. Many birds store warmth by tucking their beaks beneath their wings while resting. This small, instinctive gesture conserves heat and calms their heartbeat. You might picture a tiny bird nestled on a branch, head tucked away, body gently rising and falling in a peaceful rhythm, a quiet reminder that sometimes the smallest forms of comfort are the most soothing. Fact 12 brings us to the skies at dusk. Certain species return to nighttime roosts in large, peaceful gatherings. As twilight deepens, hundreds or even thousands of birds settle into shared branches or sheltered spaces. They communicate softly, exchanging information about food sources, weather changes, and safe routes. These serene communities create a warmth of belonging, echoing the comforting idea that no one navigates the world completely alone. Fact 13 reveals a subtle beauty. Some birds possess feathers that, as our gentle journey continues, let the soft rhythm of these calming bird truths ease your mind even further. Imagine yourself floating through a quiet forest at twilight, leaves barely stirring, the air cool and slow, as each new fact arrives like a feather gliding toward the ground. Fact 19 guides us into the world of bird vision once more. Many species can detect the faint polarization patterns in sunlight, subtle shifts in the sky that help them navigate even when clouds hide the sun. To birds, the sky is not just blue, it is a map, softly glowing with directional clues. This natural compass offers a quiet reassurance that the world provides guidance even in moments that seem directionless. Fact 20 reminds us of the gentle warmth of shared care. In many species, parents take turns keeping their eggs warm. One rests while the other returns with food or stands guard, creating a rhythm of protective attention. These alternating shifts are practiced with harmony and devotion, as though the nest itself is a heartbeat, pulsing softly between them. Fact 21 brings us to the soft hum of bird feathers. When certain birds fly, their wings produce faint, melodic vibrations. For some species, these gentle sounds serve as communication, helping flock members stay connected, even while moving swiftly through open air. The subtle notes can be so quiet that only nearby companions hear them, forming an invisible thread of togetherness. Fact 22 floats through the branches of dense forests. Some birds are expert mimics, not out of trickery but adaptation. They mirror the sounds of their surroundings, rustling leaves, dripping water, or distant calls to blend seamlessly into their environment. Their voices become part of the landscape, like natural instruments merging into the orchestral quiet of nature's nighttime chorus. Fact 23 brings us to a serene moment of stillness. Many birds practice sunbathing, spreading their wings wide and tilting themselves toward gentle rays of light. This ritual warms their feathers, relaxes their muscles, and lifts parasites from their plumage. It's a daily pause, a moment of rest and renewal, as though they are allowing the warmth of the world to wash over them. Fact 24 reminds us of quiet cooperation. In certain species, older siblings help care for younger chicks, bringing food or guarding the nest. This shared sense of responsibility softens the boundaries between individual roles, creating a family rhythm shaped not by duty but by instinctive support. Fact 25 drifts into the nocturnal world again. Some birds emit soft, rhythmic clicks that help them sense their surroundings in low light. These gentle echoes bounce off nearby objects, creating a mental map of the space around them, an acoustic lantern glowing through the dark. It's a peaceful reminder that even in shadow, there are ways to find direction. Fact 26 carries us across open wetlands, where long-legged birds wade slowly through shallow water. Their movements are so measured and silent that the surface barely ripples. Each step is deliberate, unhurried, as though the bird is moving in sync with the calm heartbeat of the landscape. Fact 27 offers a tender bit of wonder. Certain species gently preen one another as a form of bonding. These soft grooming sessions strengthen trust and companionship, reinforcing emotional ties through simple, repetitive touch. It's one of nature's quiet gestures of affection, shared without words. Let these peaceful facts settle into your awareness like soft wings folding into rest, guiding you deeper into a calm, slow state of mind as we continue the journey. As we continue drifting through this soothing journey, imagine the world around you growing softer, quieter, like a gentle breeze, moving through tall grass. Each new fact arrives slowly, peacefully, offering another small window into the calm and delicate lives of birds. Fact 28 settles in first. Certain birds can lower their heart rate dramatically during rest. This natural slowing allows them to conserve energy through long, quiet nights. Their bodies enter a state of deep calm, mirroring the very feeling you may be sinking into now: steady, slow, peaceful. Fact 29 guides us to the forest floor, where some birds scratch gently through leaves to uncover insects hidden beneath. Their movements are rhythmic and light, stirring tiny layers of the forest without disturbing the stillness. These soft, rustling sounds blend into the natural hush of woodland evenings. Fact 30 brings a touch of soothing color. Many birds display muted hues, soft browns, gentle grays, and earthy creams that help them blend peacefully into their surroundings. These calming tones not only protect them from predators, but also create a restful palette in the landscapes they inhabit, a quiet harmony of shades designed by nature itself. Fact 31. Drifts above mountain ridges. Some birds migrate at incredible altitudes, soaring through thin, silent air where the world below feels distant and dreamlike. Up there, the winds are soft, the vastness endless, and their wing beats slow and steady, an image of pure calm carried across great distances. Fact 32 reminds us of the tender communication between mates. Some bonded pairs exchange soft, rhythmic calls throughout the day, gentle notes that reassure one another of their presence. These whispered songs are like emotional threads, weaving connection even when the birds are out of sight. Fact 33 takes us into rain-soaked forests. After a gentle rainfall, many birds shake droplets from their feathers in slow motions, creating tiny arcs of water that glimmer briefly in fading light. This simple act is both cleansing and comforting, like brushing away the last remnants of a long day. Fact 34 brings us near quiet streams, where birds sip water with delicate precision. They dip their beaks, lift their heads, and let the droplets run smoothly down their throats. This tiny motion, repeated, unhurried, becomes part of the tranquil rhythm of their daily life. Fact 35 carries us to coastal cliffs. Some seabirds glide for hours above rolling waves, barely touching the air with their wings. They follow the wind's natural contours, weaving through invisible pathways carved by the ocean's breath. Watching them, you might feel your own thoughts beginning to drift with similar ease. Fact 36 offers a gentle wonder. Many birds preen their feathers not only to stay clean, but also to align each strand perfectly. This alignment helps them stay warm, fly smoothly, and remain buoyant in water. Preening becomes both a practical task and a calming ritual, slow, rhythmic, almost meditative. Fact 37 closes this segment with a quiet marvel. Some birds form lifelong friendships, choosing to stay near specific companions even outside of mating seasons. They forage together, rest together, and travel together, finding comfort in familiar company. These bonds remind us that connection in all its forms is a universal language. Let these soft, peaceful truths settle gently around you like falling feathers. With every fact, we continue drifting deeper into the serene world of birds, steady, calming, and endlessly soothing. As our calming journey continues, imagine yourself floating slowly through a peaceful sunrise, the world washed in gentle light. Each fact arrives with the softness of early morning air, quiet, unhurried, and meant to help your mind loosen its grip on the day. Fact 38 settles in through the hush of dawn. Some birds greet the morning with a slow warm-up of soft chirps before their full songs begin. These early calls are quieter, gentler, like stretching after sleep. They ease themselves into wakefulness, allowing their voices to build gradually with the rising light. It's a natural reminder that beginnings don't need to be abrupt. They can unfold slowly, like petals opening to the first touch of sun. Fact 39 guides us to the forest canopy. Certain species build nests shaped like delicate hanging baskets that sway with the breeze. Their entrances face downward to protect them from rain, forming tiny shelters suspended in green cathedrals. Watching them cradle in the wind evokes a sense of floating security, a soft reminder that even the smallest structures can offer comfort. Fact 40 leads us into the world of gentle grooming rituals. Some birds puff their feathers lightly and shake themselves in small bursts, loosening dust and aligning their plumage. These motions are subtle, almost sleepy, like someone adjusting a blanket for warmth. Each shake ends with a settling stillness, feathers laying neatly once more. Fact 41 takes us to shimmering lakes at dusk. Water birds glide over the surface with almost no sound, creating ripples that drift outward like slow rings of moonlight. Their movements are smooth and controlled, embodying a calm that seems to blend seamlessly with the water itself. Watching them can feel like watching serenity in motion. Fact 42 brings us into the nurturing softness of bird parenting. Some species quietly hum or vibrate their chests while sitting on their eggs, creating a gentle warmth that helps regulate temperature. This subtle vibration resembles a lullaby made not from sound, but from touch, a soothing gesture of care shared through stillness. Fact 43 floats through the branches of tranquil groves. Many birds perch on one leg while resting, tucking the other close to their bodies. This posture conserves heat and helps them balance effortlessly. The sight of a bird standing calmly on a single leg offers a simple lesson in quiet stability. Fact 44 leads us into the desert, where birds have learned to live in harmony with heat. They find shade beneath sparse plants, move slowly during the warmest hours, and fan their wings gently to stay cool. Their survival is rooted not in frantic effort, but in calm adaptation, teaching us that ease can sometimes be the best response to challenge. Fact 45 carries us to marshlands bathed in soft fog. Some birds communicate with low, soothing calls that roll across the water like drifting mist. These sounds are deep and mellow, blending with the ambience of the landscape until they feel less like individual calls and more like part of nature's own breathing. Fact 46 brings a touch of quiet ingenuity. Certain birds use gentle tapping or scratching sounds to reveal hidden insects. Their movements are delicate, not forceful, like soft knocks on a wooden door. This subtle technique uncovers food without disturbing the peaceful setting around them. Fact 47 arrives with a feeling of gentle togetherness. Some birds huddle closely during cold nights, sharing warmth simply by being near one another. These roosting groups form round, cozy clusters, small circles of life glowing softly in the dark. Their quiet companionship becomes its own kind of shelter. As these calming truths drift into your thoughts, allow yourself to settle even deeper into this peaceful journey. With each new fact, we continue to glide through the tranquil world of birds, slow, soothing, and softly comforting. As we continue floating through this gentle exploration, imagine yourself drifting deeper into a peaceful twilight where the air cools softly and sounds grow mellow and distant. Each fact arrives like a quiet ripple across still water, soothing light, and meant to ease your thoughts into effortless calm. Fact 48 arrives with the hush of evening. Some birds enter a restful state called torpor on cold nights. Their body temperature drops, their breathing slows, and their energy use decreases dramatically. This temporary, gentle hibernation keeps them warm and safe until sunrise. It's nature's reminder that slowing down can be an act of strength, not weakness. Fact 49 glides across peaceful wetlands. Certain birds filter feed gently, sweeping their beaks through water in slow, rhythmic motions. Their movements create tiny circles that drift outward like soft rings on a pond. There is a meditative quality to this steady pattern dip, lift, drift that mirrors the quiet rhythm of breath. Fact 50 offers a soothing glimpse into avian communication. Some birds share soft murmurs with their flock as they settle in for the night. These muted calls steady their group, ensuring everyone is safe and nearby. It's a sound like distant whispering, comforting, tender, a reminder that rest is best when shared. Fact 51 brings us to sunlit cliffs. Birds that nest high above the sea often stand facing the wind to let it pass smoothly through their feathers. This reduces the strain on their bodies and keeps them balanced. Watching them remain still against the sky, perfectly calm in the breeze, is like seeing patience made visible. Fact 52 reminds us of nature's quiet consistency. Many birds return to the same nesting spot year after year, guided by memory and instinct. These familiar places become touchstones, small anchors in an ever-changing world. The thought of returning home with such certainty carries a comforting sense of continuity. Fact 53 arrives with soft hues. In some species, young birds are born with downy feathers so light and fluffy they look like drifting clouds. These delicate strands trap warmth, allowing the chicks to sleep soundly even in cool air. Their early days are spent wrapped in softness, cradled by the gentle architecture of nature. Fact 54 guides us to calm waterways again. Some birds rest on floating vegetation, letting currents carry them slowly across the surface. They do not resist the movement. Instead, they drift with quiet acceptance. It is a peaceful reminder that sometimes flowing with what is around us brings the deepest ease. Fact 55 reveals an understated beauty. Birds clean their beaks by gently wiping them on branches or grass. The motion is smooth and repetitive, like a small, natural ritual. This simple gesture keeps their beaks sharp and tidy, adding another layer of calm routine to their daily rhythm. Fact 56 takes us into soft meadows. When birds forage among tall grass, they move with delicate precision, parting stalks with their bodies in slow, whisper-like motions. Their presence barely disturbs the landscape, blending them into the gentle wave of green and gold. Fact 57 brings us to the warmth of companionship again. Some birds share food gently with their mates, not out of necessity, but affection. These small offerings strengthen their bond, creating a rhythm of giving and receiving that feels both tender and intentional. Let these gentle truths drift through your mind like cool evening air. With every fact, we are carried deeper into serenity, immersed in the quiet wonders of the avian world, soft, unhurried, and endlessly calming. As we drift onward, imagine the world growing even quieter around you, like entering a soft, moonlit clearing where each sound is muted and every movement feels slow and gentle. Let these next calming truths about birds glide into your awareness like feathers resting lightly on still water. Fact 58 begins with the softness of night. Some birds have specialized feathers that allow them to fly almost silently. Owls, for instance, move through darkness with wings that muffle the sound of air rushing past them. Their flight is so quiet that even in total stillness, you would hear nothing but the faint whisper of wind. This silence is not eerie, it's soothing, like being wrapped in a deep, protective calm. Fact 59 guides us into gentle family life. Certain birds keep their chicks warm, not only with their bodies, but with soft, feathered blankets they create from their own plumage. They tuck these feathers around their young, forming a nest within a nest, cozy, insulated, and full of care. It's a reminder that comfort often comes from simple gestures of warmth. Fact 60 floats into the world of synchronized movement. Some birds fly in graceful flocks that twist and turn through the sky as though sharing a single mind. These coordinated patterns are formed through tiny, instinctive adjustments, each bird responding to the subtle changes of the ones around it. The result is a moving tapestry, fluid and harmonious, like watching the wind take shape. Fact 61 takes us to slow shores and calm beaches. Birds that wander along the water's edge often leave soft, evenly spaced footprints in the sand. These delicate imprints form quiet patterns, temporary and gentle, erased gradually by returning waves. Their footsteps feel like fleeting thoughts present for a moment, then carried away in softness. Fact 62 brings us back to the comfort of roosting. Some birds seek out the same quiet resting spots night after night, choosing branches or ledges that offer familiarity and stillness. These repeated choices create routines that feel reassuring spaces where they know the world will hold them safely till morning. Fact 63 leads us into early morning mists. Certain birds rely on the moisture in fog to drink when water sources are scarce. They perch patiently, letting tiny droplets collect on their feathers, then sip the bead-like drops with delicate precision. This slow, peaceful method of drinking feels like nature's quiet offering to them. Fact 64 glides across open skies. Some birds rise high into the atmosphere simply to float, letting their wings ride warm currents for no reason other than the pleasure of gliding. In these moments, they are not hunting, traveling, or escaping. They are simply being carried effortlessly by the air. It is rest expressed through motion. Fact 65 brings us back to gentle vocalizations. Not all birds sing loudly. Many communicate with soft chirps, barely louder than a whisper. These subtle sounds form a private language, intimate and tender, meant only for those nearby. It's a reminder that connection doesn't always need volume. Sometimes the quietest messages carry the most comfort. Fact 66 guides us into shaded groves. Some birds choose to rest where dappled sunlight filters through leaves, creating shifting patches of gold and green. They settle into these glowing pockets of light, letting warmth and shade blend around them. The atmosphere feels dreamy, almost timeless. Fact 67 offers a small marvel of adaptation. Certain birds keep their eggs at precise temperatures by gently repositioning them. They nudge them with utmost care, turning them slowly so the warmth spreads evenly. This delicate act is repeated throughout the day, forming a rhythm of protection that keeps future life growing quietly within the shell. As these peaceful truths gather around you, let them soften your thoughts and slow your breathing. Each fact carries the gentle hush of feathers, the calm of twilight skies, and the comforting presence of nature's quiet rhythms. We continue our journey, unhurried and tranquil, deeper into the restful world of birds. As we drift further into this peaceful journey, imagine yourself floating through a quiet night sky where the world feels weightless and calm. Each new fact arrives like a soft, wingbeat steady, soothing, and meant to lull your thoughts into deeper rest. Fact 68 begins with a gentle touch of moonlight. Some birds navigate using the stars. They look to constellations as guides, orienting themselves by patterns that remain steady across the seasons. Even when clouds drift across the sky, their internal sense of direction holds strong, a silent compass aligned with the cosmos. It's a reminder that guidance can come from above, steady and constant, even when unseen. Fact 69 carries us into the comforting world of shelter. Many birds rest in small cavities, tree hollows, rock crevices, or quiet nooks where the air feels still and safe. These tiny tiny sanctuaries cradle them through wind and weather, like nature's own cozy bedrooms tucked away from the world's rush. Fact 70 floats into the realm of soft color. Some birds have feathers coated with a powdery substance that helps protect them from moisture. They spread this delicate powder with gentle grooming motions, creating a thin, calming shield that keeps their wings light and ready. It's a simple reminder that care can be quiet and natural. Fact 71 brings us to the soothing hum of rain. Birds often remain calm during gentle showers, letting water bead on their feathers before shaking it off with graceful motions. Their bodies sway slightly as raindrops fall, their calm acceptance blending with the rhythm of the weather. Fact 72 drifts into quiet companionship. Some species sing soft duets, slow, intertwined melodies shared between mates. These gentle harmonies strengthen their bond, blending two voices into one peaceful soundscape. The songs rise and fall like synchronized breathing, creating a sense of unity. Fact 73 carries us through tranquil wetlands. Birds that wade through shallow water move with deliberate slowness, lifting their feet carefully to avoid disturbing the surface. Their steps are so gentle that the ripples they create seem to float away on their own, dissolving into the stillness. Fact 74 offers the peaceful beauty of rest. Some birds fluff their feathers into round, cloud-like shapes when they sleep, trapping layers of warm air close to their skin. These spherical silhouettes, perched on branches, look soft and serene, like small puffs of living down resting against the night. Fact 75 takes us high into clear skies. A few species soar for hours without flapping, letting long, effortless glides carry them across open horizons. Their bodies stretch into perfect alignment with the wind, becoming part of the sky's quiet movement. Their stillness in flight mirrors the stillness your mind may be settling into now. Fact 76 returns us to the comfort of community. Many birds roost in groups, sharing body heat and safety. These clusters form slowly as the sun sets, each bird finding its place, creating a gentle mosaic of closeness. Together, they transform a simple branch into a warm, living sanctuary. Fact 77 is a tender reminder of resilience. Birds replace old feathers through a process called molting, slow, gradual, and essential. This renewal happens calmly over time, allowing them to continue flying, warming themselves, and moving through the world with ease. It is change without rush, a soft evolution. Let these quiet truths drift around you like a lullaby woven from nature itself. With each new fact, we drift deeper into feathered calm, carried by the gentle rhythm of wings and the soft embrace of twilight. We continue forward, peacefully into the soothing world of birds. As we slip even further into this calm, dreamy journey, imagine the world settling into a deep hush like a quiet forest just after sunset, where every movement feels slow, gentle, and wrapped in softness. Let each new fact glide toward you like a feather drifting through still air. Fact 78 begins our next chapter. Some birds have specialized eyelids called nictitating membranes that sweep across their eyes like soft, translucent curtains. These gentle blinks protect their vision while keeping their sight clear. It's a tiny, graceful motion, almost imperceptible, yet endlessly soothing, like watching a slow wave roll across a calm shoreline. Fact 79 leads us to peaceful riverbanks. Certain birds stand perfectly still for long stretches of time, waiting patiently for food to appear. Their stillness is so complete that they blend seamlessly into the landscape, becoming part of the quiet scene. This practice is a reminder that patience can be its own form of rest. Fact 80 moves us into the tender world of parental care. Many bird parents softly reposition their chicks with careful nudges, guiding them to warmer spots or safer areas of the nest. These delicate touches form a silent language of protection and comfort, a form of communication expressed entirely through gentleness. Fact 81 takes us into the world of soft feathers. Down feathers, which many birds carry close to their skin, are incredibly light and insulating. These tiny clusters trap air and create a natural cushion of warmth, allowing birds to sleep through cool nights with ease. It's nature's version of a cozy blanket. Fact 82 glides across open grasslands. Some birds move in smooth, sweeping arcs as they forage, using graceful motions that resemble slow dancing. Their bodies shift with fluid ease, wings slightly open for balance, creating an image that feels effortless and serene. Fact 83 carries us toward the comforting rituals of dusk. Birds often settle into their chosen roosts before full darkness arrives, giving themselves time to relax and adjust. They shuffle gently along branches, find their balance, and fold their wings with abiding calm. Evening becomes a ritual of preparation, a practice of welcoming rest. Fact 84 brings us the soft scent of pine forests. Certain birds line their nests with fragrant leaves or needles, creating a calming environment that helps deter insects. These natural scents drift through their tiny homes, turning the nests into peaceful sanctuaries infused with nature's own aromatherapy. Fact 85 guides us into cool, shaded underbrush. Birds that forage on the forest floor often do so in slow, measured steps, pausing to listen for subtle movements. Their ears and instincts work in quiet harmony, allowing them to navigate their world with a sense of calm precision. Fact 86 floats above tranquil lakes. Some birds skim low over the water, their wingtips brushing the surface with the lightest touch. These brief contacts create tiny ripples that shimmer like silver threads, spreading out in gentle rings. The sight is serene, like watching a dream glide across the surface of still water. Fact 87 gives us a reminder of resilience wrapped in peace. Birds can fluff their feathers into layers that act like insulation, keeping them warm even in harsh environments. This simple behavior turns their plumage into a soft, protective barrier, allowing them to rest comfortably no matter the cold. Fact 88 brings us into the world of quiet communication once again. Many birds use subtle body movements instead of sound, small head tilts, gentle wing dips, or careful steps to share messages with one another. This silent language keeps the peace of their surroundings intact, allowing them to stay connected without disturbing the stillness. As these peaceful truths settle around you, let them soften your thoughts like falling feathers. We drift onward, deeper into the calm, rhythmic world of birds, where every motion, every sound, and every breath carries the softness of natural serenity. As we drift further into this gentle journey, imagine yourself surrounded by soft twilight, where every movement feels slow and every sound fades into a comforting hush. Let each new fact settle around you like quiet snowfall, light and soothing, guiding your mind deeper into rest. Fact 89 drifts in with a sense of quiet order. Many birds follow the same daily routes between feeding spots and resting places. These paths become familiar trails etched into their memory, offering a sense of stability and rhythm. Following the same gentle routine each day, helps keep their world calm and predictable. Fact 90 glides into cool mountain air. Some birds live in high elevations where the winds are thin and cold. To stay warm, they huddle among rocks or nest in sheltered cracks, letting the environment cradle them safely. Their quiet resilience in these lofty spaces feels like a calm strength shaped by stillness. Fact 91 guides us into shaded woodlands. Certain birds forage by hopping softly along branches, moving with light, bouncing steps that barely disturb the leaves beneath them. Their tiny motions create a rhythm so subtle it blends seamlessly into the forest's natural heartbeat. Fact 92 brings us to warm, sunlit stones. Some birds stretch their wings wide after rainfall, letting gentle sunlight dry their feathers. They stand motionless, absorbing warmth at their own pace like living statues. This pause becomes a moment of peaceful restoration. Fact 93 floats into the tender world of touch. Birds often gently brush their wings against their chicks, soothing them with soft contact. These feather-light touches help the young feel secure and calm, creating a warm cocoon of comfort inside the nest. Fact 94 leads us to the quiet glow of dawn. Many birds perch in the same spots each morning, waiting patiently for the first rays of light. They sit silently, absorbing the warmth in small increments as the sky brightens. It's a gentle ritual of greeting the day with stillness. Fact 95 takes us to sandy coasts. Some birds walk along the shoreline at such a slow, even pace that their footprints form delicate patterns across the beach. Each step is measured and soft, as though they're moving deliberately through a world half dreaming. Fact 96 carries us to lush wetlands. Birds that feed in shallow pools often dip their heads rhythmically into the water, creating a slow pattern of motion down, up, pause. The repetition becomes mesmerizing, as steady as the movement of a calm tide. Fact 97 brings us the comfort of soft shadows. Birds often rest beneath broad leaves or low branches when the sun grows warm, letting cool shade wrap gently around them. These dim pockets of quiet feel like nature's own shelters of peace. Fact 98 floats into the echoing calm of open skies. Some birds rise into gentle thermals, not to travel far, but simply to hover and glide. They turn slowly, letting the air lift them higher without effort. These drifting spirals resemble a form of skybound meditation. Fact 99 guides us to peaceful moments after storms. When the rain passes, many birds remain still, perched quietly as they let droplets slide off their feathers. They wait for the air to settle, their silence blending with the soft dripping of water around them. Fact 100 arrives softly like a closing whisper. Birds, whether soaring through the sky, perched among branches, or resting in small, hidden spaces, carry a natural calm woven into their very way of being. Their lives unfold in gentle rhythms, rooted in instinct, harmony, and the quiet wisdom of nature. To observe them is to be reminded that peace is always available, resting in the world, just beyond our busy thoughts. Let these final facts wrap around you like a soft blanket of feathers. Our journey continues, but at an ever-slowing pace, calm, quiet, and deeply soothing, just like the birds who inspired it. As we arrive at this final gentle chapter of our calm, drifting journey, imagine the world around you softening into a peaceful blur, like a quiet night where every sound feels distant and every movement slows into a soothing rhythm. These last reflections continue the same tranquil style, perfectly modular, flowing on their own without leaning on any part that came before. Picture a moonlit hillside where a single bird stands quietly, its silhouette outlined by silver light. The night air is cool and still, and the bird shifts just enough to settle its feathers. There's no urgency in its posture, only the peaceful confidence of a creature completely at ease in the dark. The scene carries a sense of deep, quiet reassurance, like a soft hand resting gently on your thoughts. Now, imagine a small clearing in a forest, lit by faint starlight slipping through the leaves. A bird glides into the clearing and lands without a sound, folding its wings neatly as it touches down. Its feathers settle with a subtle rustle, then it lowers itself into a comfortable perch. Everything in the clearing remains calm, untouched by disturbance. It feels like a space designed for rest, where even time seems to pause. Elsewhere, on a calm stretch of shoreline, a bird walks slowly across the cool sand. Each step leaves a gentle imprint, a temporary mark that the next wave will quietly smooth away. The soft hiss of the ocean pairs with the bird's steady pace, forming a rhythm that feels like nature's own lullaby, a slow ebb and flow that guides the mind toward effortless stillness. In a quiet garden, a small bird rests among petals and soft leaves, its body cradled by the natural curves of the plants. It shifts slightly, feathers brushing against the gentle textures around it. The garden is still, full of faint scents and muted colors. The bird closes its eyes, comfortable and safe, wrapped in the simple peace of the moment. Picture a tall tree touched by faint moonlight. High among its branches, a bird perches on a sturdy limb, surrounded by darkness, softened by light. A gentle breeze moves through the leaves, carrying a slow, soothing rustle. The bird sways subtly with the branch, letting the rhythm of the tree lull it into deeper rest. The whole scene feels like a cradle rocked by the night wind. Far above the ground, another bird glides through the cool night air. There is no rush in its movement, only the soft, steady glide of wings catching quiet currents. The sky around it is wide and open, a peaceful expanse dotted with stars. The bird's flight becomes a drifting, dreamlike motion, the kind that mirrors the slow settling of thoughts as sleep approaches. Imagine a small flock gathered in the shelter of a dense thicket. They nestle closely, feathers brushing softly as they settle in for the night. No calls, no fluttering, just the calm, shared warmth of birds resting side by side. Their togetherness forms a gentle circle of comfort in the shadows, like a quiet reminder that rest often grows deeper when shared, even in silence. And finally, picture a tiny nest resting in the crook of a branch, swaying gently with the night breeze. Inside, a bird sleeps curled into itself, wings folded, head tucked under with perfect trust. The nest rocks softly, like the rhythm of a slow heartbeat, carrying the bird into its dreams. The world around it remains peaceful still, safe, and full of quiet grace. Let these last images drift warmly through your mind, settling into the spaces where calm is needed most. As our journey comes to a gentle close, the soothing presence of birds lingers, soft wings, quiet nights, and the peaceful rhythms of nature, weaving a calm that stays with you long after the final word